Get in, lads. Welcome back to the Info Podcast. I'm joined by Andres and Diego today. All three of us are here. My name is Elijah. We're going to give you guys our rankings of the top 5 attacks in CONCACAF. Now, I'm pretty sure ours is going to be a lot different. We're going to explain every one of our selections, but be sure to leave your rankings down below in the comments because we're going to respond to as many as we can. We got a big couple weeks for CONCACAF coming up. We got the Nations League quarterfinals coming up. We got a lot of content for that, so make sure to subscribe for that and then leave a like if you guys want more CONCACAF content. 5-1, like I said, top 5 attacks in the region, and we're going to do more for midfield and defense too later on. Who wants to give us the number 5 first? Whoever has the most controversial.
Let's go with the man who's coming back.
Yeah.
So, Andres had a good point about it was on paper or in game. How we're like thinking about this.
Yeah. However you want to describe it.
And I'm going with in game. I think that's what matters at the end of the day.
That's smart.
And I'm gonna put Jamaica number 5.
Oh, that hurts me.
I think you can't disagree with that.
Jamaica number 5.
You know what? Our retention rate after this is going down as soon as
Jamaica fans, I will redeem all of you. Here. Stick around. I will redeem all of you.
They better not even be top 3, brother. They better not even be top 3. Here's the thing.
Bro comes back and lost all our viewership in the first 2 minutes.
We'll get to it.
I can already name 2 teams immediately better than Jamaica.
Damn.
Mexico, with the resurgence of Raul Jimenez, might even go. I would put him above that. So
Okay.
For me, it was Jamaica, and then obviously the 2 backups are like Panama and Costa Rica. I don't know too much about them.
Give us the whole rankings.
Hold on. I haven't placed them, but I feel like, dude, that offense was not pretty. I watched it. I was in person. It was not pretty. It was not. And they have good players on paper. Again, this is what we're talking about. On paper, yes, they have very good players. But what we saw, and I don't know the new manager, maybe we'll see some new stuff, but what we saw was not clicking. And for that reason, when you're not clicking, it doesn't matter how good your offense is. If it's not going to score goals, I will take the team that has lesser known names but scores goals. So for me, I'll put Jamaica 5th because I know they have the potential to do really well. They have some great players up top. But I just can't in my right mind put them above the other 4 that I have because it just didn't click. It didn't work. They needed Michael Antonio's heroics to even get a goal. And
yes, that's my boy.
It just wasn't working. So Jamaica's 5th for me right now.
Okay. I will say before we move on, please, we have ball knowledge. There is a video moment. This is a video.
It's not that bad of a ranking.
No. I'm not. I'm sorry. I should have prefaced that. This isn't a dig at you, Diego. I'm just saying that. I know. I apologize. We are gonna get so many no ball knowledge shouts on this. Please hear us out.
Hey,
please hear us out.
Japan football guru. Rewind the tape. That's all I gotta say. You know what I mean?
Andres, your number 5 would be who?
I put Honduras number 5.
Oh
wow!
Honduras.
Wow.
Yeah,
bro was just trying to be different. Bro was
just trying to be different. You know what I mean? Look, man. I have some. On paper there's nothing flashy, but you know what? They scored 9 goals in Nations League in a relatively tough group. All right, they finished second. Well, they finished second. They lost to Jamaica and then they drew to Jamaica. All right. So I feel like, they deserve to be there in the contention. I was thinking about Panama. Panama's an honorable mention down in 6 and 7, arguably, one could say. But I was thinking about it, but I was like, let's be honest. They laid an egg, like in everything. They don't really score. If they do, it's 1 goal only. That's literally like the past, I think 9 games, they've only scored 1 goal. Like if they do score, it's only 1. And also they're shocking in the they played in the Copa America, right? I'm 90% sure.
Yeah, shocking. They made it to the quarterfinals.
No, I'm sorry. Honduras or Panama?
Panama, right?
Oh, okay. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, they got smacked around, bro.
They made the quarterfinal against Colombia.
No,
what are you talking about?
Doesn't matter, bro. They got lucky. Let's rewind the tape.
The ball knowledge shouts. I'm gonna be the first one to say it.
No. I'm being serious. Guys, hear me out. I'm just saying, I don't see nothing. I'm gonna put some respect to Honduras. A little controversial, but you know what? When am I not controversial? That's the real question.
That's fair.
So, I'm maintaining consistency. All right. You're gonna get a hot take from me. So here it is. Boom.
Okay. You know what? I don't mind the shout a whole lot because I feel like be below the top 4. It's up for debate. I know. She's okay. What? I take it all back.
It's like just scored a winner, bro. Like,
the knee slide is crazy. I'll give my number 5. I'm just gonna put Panama. I'll put Panama. I like Panama's attack. I mean, Panama's attack doesn't have the biggest of names by any means, and that's okay because they get the job done. They score goals. They have some decent players on paper. It's compared to many others, it's not the best, but they get the point across and they score goals when they need to. That's why I put Panama 5. There are other teams that have a lot of good players individually. I do want to give shout outs to Costa Rica. They're up there. Honduras, like you said, are up there. A big shout out to Suriname. Suriname have a very good attack.
Yeah.
We have to mention them. And it's only going to get better. Honorable mention: Geraldo Becker, Kirk over at Antwerp, Hilterman at Bielefeld in Germany. They have a good attack on paper, and they score goals. They scored 9 in the first round of the Nations League. We are going to watch them play. I believe they play Mexico, right? I think they play Mexico next. Let me just be sure. Canada. I'm sorry, they play Canada in the Nations League quarterfinals.
I was about to say. That is going to play Honduras, mate.
There you go. You're right. That is going. Those are going to be 2 games I really want to watch because I really enjoy Suriname. So, yeah, big honorable mention, but I'm going to go Panama number 5. Number 4, we'll go same order, Diego. Your number 4 would be...
I got to go... Mexico, I will fight you, bro.
I was tempted, but I'm going to just slot in Panama here. I think this is more just like... This is more... And no offense to Panama, but this is definitely more of a... Jamaica didn't impress me, and Panama are a solid enough team.
That Vegas game killed it.
Yeah, that didn't help. And Panama again.
When Diego spent money on it, bro, he's very critical. He's very
Come on, bro. I got to celebrate one time.
Money worth. Hey, at least you got to celebrate, all right? I did it.
That's fair.
That's true.
Put the clip of me just going like this after he missed the penalty. Yeah, just do that shit.
Let's see what I can do. Okay, so Panama 4.
Yeah, I mean, they made it to the quarterfinals, Copa America. They got smacked by Colombia, but it's Colombia. So, I got to give them credit where credit's due. I mean, yeah, and also Andres' stat about them not scoring more than 1 goal is wrong. They scored 3 against Guatemala.
It's Guatemala, bro. Relax, man. Relax, Guatemala.
They scored 3 about against Honduras and
3-1 against Bolivia.
Where was Honduras' goals? Okay.
Don't worry
about it. Good team,
it.
Bolivia.
So, anyways, I'll put him 4th. Okay. I think that's just that's a fair spot.
Okay. Andres, your 4th spot.
I've gone Jamaica. This is the start of the redemption arc for our Jamaican fans, Diego. I think on paper they're good. Yes, I do agree, but they've severely underperformed and have been disappointing. But hey, you know what? New manager, maybe they'll turn a new leaf. Certain players hopefully show up for once. So that would be nice. But yeah, I think they're comfortable 4th. They're borderline 5th, but I think 4th is a good spot for them. It's fair because they haven't done anything too crazy. But there's potential there once they start clicking. Because I think once they start clicking, they'll be good.
Sure. All right.
This brother's gonna put Mexico. I already know it. This brother's gonna put Mexico. I already know it.
There's no shame in it, bro. There is shame, but he doesn't think about that, dude. He's ready. He hates Mexico so much, he's gonna do that.
Number 4. I'm gonna put Mexico.
Yep.
No fucking way.
I would like a moment to explain myself.
That's crazy.
I would like a little bit to explain myself. Let's get Andres. I would like a moment to explan myself. Okay.
Go ahead and explain yourself, bro.
Just
I'm gonna
briefly.
disagree no matter what. You're wrong.
Just briefly.
You're wrong.
Okay. Now let me talk. Okay. I don't not rate Mexico's attack. Right. I think they have some good pieces. Not until Raul Jimenez got in form in the Premier League was there any shout for how good Mexico's attack is. Not one. Not nowhere. Mexico's attack, their prowess is being carried currently by Raul Jimenez. And that's even through 1 game against the USA. We're not going to count that Valencia game. 1 game against the USA where he scored, right? It's form right now. It is form for Raul Jimenez. Great play by him. Fantastic. But this attack is being carried by him. Solely by him. There are some good players. Chino Huerta has been very good for Mexico recently. I love Chino Huerta. I think he's very good. Quinones has been very good in Saudi Arabia. He's scoring a goal, assisting like every week. He's not even in the team right now, so I kind of almost don't want to factor it in. He didn't get caught up that last one. Mexico's attack is only Raul Jimenez right now, which is great. Don't get me wrong. I don't think that they deserve to be top 2 or 3 because of that. I think maybe after the Nations League, maybe for the games after that. Sure, yeah. Well, maybe let's revisit this after those games or a turn of the year or whatever. As of right now, it's only been one game really. Only been one game really. And even if you want to factor the Valencia game in, it's 2-2 draw, whatever. Not attacking, nothing great. It's just Raul Jimenez right now. Right? Flowers to him. He deserves the credit. That's it. Jesus Christ.
Bro, gun that shit.
Jesus, those are our viewers clicking off after I said that. Jesus. But no, that's it. Okay, I do not rate Mexico like I said, but it's just Raul Jimenez. There's no one else I can like be like, okay, there's a reason they deserve to be top 2 or 3 for that. There's some good pieces, but when you're confident enough to bring Diego Lainez in this group, I don't think Attack deserves to be 2 or 3. Henry Martin is Henry Martin. He has his moments. Sure. Vega, whatever. Piojo doesn't do much for the Mexico national team. Chino, he's there. Fantastic. That's good. That's it. So that's why I want to. That's my explanation is why I put Mexico 4, and I'm very confident in that. I like that myself personally. If you disagree, let us know in the comments down below. I would love to read those. Absolutely. That is my reasoning. I don't think I'm invalid in saying that. I know Diego was agreeing with me a little bit as I said that. He was a little. Oh, okay.
I do
appreciate that, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's crazy.
Thank you. Let's go to number 3.
Okay.
Diego, you're third.
I'm just gonna follow up. I think it's pretty obvious. I'm gonna put Mexico there. What Elijah said is right. Now, I do think you can counteract that argument with the fact that I would say Jamaica is in the same spot. That their offense has also, with Mexico, none of them have shined. So the reason I put Mexico is just because their best player is better than any of Jamaica's best offensive players. Raul Jimenez is really good. He's finally getting back into that form that we saw before David Luiz almost decapitated him. And he's been phenomenal for Fulham. I do believe he's gonna keep doing it for Mexico. And Santi Jimenez didn't even get the start. So he's been great. And because of that, I'm gonna put him over Jamaica. But that's also again because Jamaica has not been doing well enough. If Jamaica were firing goals, I would be putting them above Mexico right now. But they weren't. They weren't. Now, I don't disagree with Elijah. The way I see it is Jamaica have been just as poor in showing their offensive talent. And for that reason, I don't care how on paper, even if they have a good team or a good offense, it's just not working. So, and Mexico did have a good win against the U.S. I know it was one game. Like you said, it was only one game. So I'm not going to overreact. But it was a good showing. And Raul Jimenez, I'm not going to lie, man. I think he's a great player. So that's my number 3 right there for sure.
For the record, I don't disagree. I love Raul Jimenez.
Yeah,
he's amazing. Like he's awesome, and it's the form he's in. He fully deserves to be in the form he's in. And if it wasn't, I just want to say that injury with him is so old. Like it's been so long since he's been in form like this. To the fact that it was David Luiz that almost killed him is so funny.
Yeah.
Like it's not like the injury itself was not funny, but it was like David Luiz.
But yeah,
it was like that's so funny. That's so funny. Andres, your number 3 would be.
This is gonna shock a lot of people, but I put Mexico. I thought that would be. I wanted to maintain some integrity here.
Some integrity.
I don't have a lot, but I just wanted to maintain a little bit, some respect. No, I think after this past international window, I think that raised a lot of eyebrows, maybe per se. Yeah, it came a lot from Raul Jimenez, but a lot of encouraging stuff nonetheless. Because that type of player that's in form, he's still in form right now. He's still doing very good in the Premier League. I think it can also influence a lot of players to maybe encourage certain players to do things they wouldn't normally do. Boost the confidence around the attack. And I think when Santi does come back from an injury eventually, I think it's going to create some good competition. Maybe we'll see someone push Santi to his limits, so he can actually start performing well. Maybe they run a duo striker set. I have no idea. But it's positive, and it's one of the few things that is positive from coming from the Mexican national team in recent time. So I'm gonna hope that it continues, and I think Chino Huerta has done a very good job too. and I think we've only seen a little bit of what he can do, and I think he's just going to keep flourishing as well. And he's doing really good in Liga MX right now, and he's a free agent this summer, so it's something to look out
for.
There's
a couple of La Liga teams looking at him, my friend. I know Girona's looking at him. I think I might be wrong in saying this, but like Sociedad Valencia also might be looking at him.
Yeah,
I think he should go to Spain. He should really
I think so.
Yeah, that's a discussion for the future, though.
Yeah,
for the future.
But yeah, I'd say 3. I think through Mexico's 3, but it could be worse. If you asked me like a couple months ago, bro, they could be pushing 5th in pure anger here. But yeah, 3rd. I'm happy with 3rd because it could be a lot worse.
I don't disagree with that. And you know what? Shout out Andres for not. Okay. Shout out Andres for not having a very biased take on Mexico.
Oh, just wait until we get to 2 and 1, bro. Just wait.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. So that's where I put my number 3. My number 3 is Jamaica. It's interesting, my reasoning for them, because on paper it's a fantastic. You could argue on paper that it's the best attack in CONCACAF. Obviously, I get it. I know. I watch every Jamaica game, but I know it doesn't work. A lot of the reason they don't work is not the attack's fault. Heimer Haugemsen, before the new manager of Steve McLaren, it was very defense heavy and just boot the ball up and hope something happens. It's very obvious now under Steve McLaren that it's firing a little bit more, and it will continue to fire more. I put Jamaica 3. They have some great individual pieces. You can count Bobby Reed as an attacker to some extent, and as an attacker, fantastic. Premier League baller. Fantastic. Been pretty good for Leicester so far when he's joined them. Let's not forget Leon Bailey. Granted, he hasn't been playing with Jamaica for injuries and obviously suspension over the summer, whatever. Leon Bailey, we can't forget him. You could argue at his height, he's one of the best wingers in the Prem. He had a fantastic last season at Aston Villa. This season is not the same. He also has been hurt a lot. We can't forget Leon Bailey. Michael Antonio, for CONCACAF standards, is fantastic. A great attacker. Doesn't do a whole lot, but individually, he is a great attacker. He doesn't. For Jamaica, he doesn't. But Damari Gray also has that experience. He's also very, very good. You can go behind them. You could talk about Cephas and Kahim Dixon, who are all very good, whatever. And with the possible future addition of Mason Greenwood, it's only going to get better. That's why I put them number 3. I don't think it's too far out of the realm of possibility for them to be number 3 here. Yes, it doesn't work in game. I think in a year's time we might revisit this again as well, and I'm willing to bet that by that point they might be even higher. It's Jamaica on paper, very good offense. It doesn't translate well, but it will. For that sole purpose, I'm putting 3. Jamaican people, I have your back.
Diego does not.
I know. But as a Jamaican supporter and to other Jamaican supporters, I know that it's not firing, but it will. I truly do think it will. Steve McLaren has done a lot to set that up. So Jamaica number 3, 1 or 2 would be by naive of me. 3 I think sits well. I think 3 and 4 for Mexico, Jamaica, very interchangeable for me.
Yeah.
You could put them both.
That's
I'm not upset with Mexico being 3 at all. I wouldn't be upset with Jamaica putting 3 and vice versa. So, okay. Jamaica 3. Moving into our top 2 now, where it's going to get a little tense here, I think, with the way Andres talking about.
Yeah.
Diego, give me your number 2 spot.
Okay. I think it's important to note that we're talking specifically about offenses here and not the entire team. Because if it's the entire team, I would be flipping these right now. But
I already know.
Specifically offenses, number 2 would be Canada for me. I think excuse me. Hold on.
Holy. Me too.
All right. So
Thanks.
Canada
Take a break.
number Sorry, just some water. We're good. So Canada number 2. I mean, Jonathan David is one of the most, on fire strikers right now in the world.
Yep.
Looking phenomenal. Kyle Aaron. They got Scheffelberg. I mean, like he scored some clutch goals. So like they have some good attacking pieces. With that being said, first of all, they're not better than number 1. Let's be real. Also, their entire team is great. And I think that's just also helping them so much that the whole team is working so well together.
Very true.
And because of that, it allows the offense to really shine. And they're just going to get better. And because of that, I think because of how solid they've been and how consistent they've been, it makes the whole team play well. It makes the offense be able to flow well. And they're going to go number 2. It's just number 1. They have too many good players, the U.S. Okay. So we'll go back to that. But for now, Canada number 2. I'm loving them. I want them to keep going, keep doing what they're doing. Yeah, I think that's the first spot for them.
All right. All right. Good explanation, Dave. I appreciate that. Andres, I'm going to assume the worst here.
Hold on. Okay, in my notes, I you can't see this, but I put USA
look at how
1.
long they are.
I put USA 1 and then Canada 2.
Wow.
And then as we were talking, I was like, do I really want to give the United States credit and put them 1? And I said, no.
Nah.
Because I think I saved my credibility on my third pick. So, you know what? I think I have enough credibility left to, spend a little bit. So I'm gonna put
like it's skill points.
Exactly.
Like it's skill points.
I think I'm gonna put USA 2 just cause. Just purely
this is the top.
We were having such good analysis. We had such good arguments. I was very proud of Andres for the Mexico one.
Hold on. And then to even further my point of the United States 2 and why Canada is 1 is honestly they Canada moves the ball so well. Yes, it's not all attack, but it implements an aspect of it. And I think as a team game, and the way they're able to move the ball forward and create chances, I think that's why I want to put them 1. If I'm being real, for real,
but see, that's why I said
they're able to create good chances. Yeah, but I think the United States solely at the moment. I'm not gonna say all the time, but at the moment, I think in recent games, granted, Poch has literally just taken over 2. He has only done 2 games, and he hasn't had everybody at his disposal. But I'm just saying, I think they've relied a lot on individual talent and not overall team play. Mm-hmm. And then, yes, different game with Poch in the first game. They scored some good team goals, all that jazz. But I just want overall, in terms of form right now, Canada is relying on a team group play on the attack instead of just individual players. So that's why I'm going to put Canada first, United States second. Also, I just don't like the United States national team, so it's just going to go second.
It's like no matter how many pre or post recording, no bias, try to keep it as analytical as we can. Just never works. But I appreciate that, Andres.
That's why you bring that.
You bring that exactly. Yeah, I was saying you bring that to our channel. I like
it. It brings the balance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's balance between you two, and then all of a sudden, I just decide to fully sit on the teeter totter on the other end.
Very true. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna agree with Diego here. Canada's 2 for me. And don't get me wrong, I don't want to take credit away from Canada.
Don't worry, Canadians. I like you.
Canada. I like Canada a lot, and they have a good
Tim
attack.
Hortons.
Kyle Larin, it's funny. Kyle Larin has been pretty good for America in La Liga this season. Obviously, Jonathan David is going to get a big move soon to a big club. He's been on fire for Lille over in France. Schafferberg, I think, is one of the most underrated names in CONCACAF, and he's doing really good for Nashville and MLS. As well as some other names. I mean, Liam Millar, I don't like him personally, but there are those who do. They have a great attack. No credit taken away from them. But let's not forget about Copa America. They couldn't score. They got to the semifinals, but a big thing with them was they couldn't score. And I don't want to forget that. I don't think we forget that. I don't think it's gone. It's still a big deal with Canada, and I think it's only getting better with Jesse Marsh. But remember, when it was important, they couldn't score. But that was a big thing. And that goes down to the attack
against
too.
The United States 2-1.
It's true. It is true. Yeah, no, it's a good point. In a friendly. We can talk about that too. We can also talk about
semi-final finish. They scored something to go on.
Too. I'm not trying to criticize them too much. I'm giving them all the credit in the world. And if you want to go back and watch our old videos, I was giving them a lot of credit too. They deserve the credit. They're a great team. I don't think the attack is better than the USA's overall. They definitely rival it. It's definitely up there. They have had a lot of good things go their way. In the USA game, it wasn't a full-strength USA team. So, a lot of these things like that. So Canada's number 2. Again, you could make the claim for number 1. I would not be upset. They deserve all the credit they can get. But it's just kind of meh. It's kind of meh. Jonathan David, single-handedly, I'm not saying single-handedly, I guess, but he is a big part of that attack. He needs to be informed for that attack to work too. And when he's not there, which we saw in the game against Mexico, doesn't really work a whole lot. It's. I'm not saying I do think overall it's better than Mexico's, but it's kind of a Mexico thing too. There's one player carrying the load right now, and when he's not there, with the whole attacking system, might not work well.
You could say the same thing about Pulisic too. Just saying.
You could, but
attack
for the USA
against Mexico. Just saying.
It's a good point. I just think overall, let's say with those two taken out, overall, I think USA's attack is better than Canada's would be without their main piece. So let's just skip to number one. I'm gonna go USA. Diego has USA. Andres has Canada. I'll start the argument, Diego, and you can chime in wherever you want here for the USA. Like I said, Christian Pulisic obviously is the biggest piece of attacking prowess in currently the USA team and becoming, USA's history. USA's history. He is a big part of that attack, but they do have some great players without it. Balogun is huge for the attack too at striker position. He is hurt. He will not be there for November probably, but he is a huge part of that attack too. Haji Wright also is very good when he gets game time. He played pretty well in the last Nations League. You have Timothy Weah on the right, who is also very good and really good at creating when he's not punching people in the head. Malik Tillman is also very, very good in the attack and creates a lot for the attack. Even Zendejas looked pretty good in the attack. I mean, we're getting into more of the midfield a little bit, midfield attack kind of thing, but even Zendejas looked pretty good. I'm not going to give Aronson credit. I don't like Aronson. But, I think without Pulisic, the team looks better overall than Canada without Jonathan David and then Mexico without Raul Jimenez. That's why USA goes number one. Diego, if you have an extra point to add or not.
I think Chris Pulisic is the best attacker in CONCACAF. I mean, he's like the star man for AC Milan. He's, when he's on form, he's so good. And so, again, he basically boosts this attack into first by himself. With that being said, like you said, they have so many other pretty good players. Some of them a little inconsistent, but I think like that comes with the fact that they're also transitioning into a new phase, a new manager. So I think we'll see those players that aren't good enough to be dropped and the ones that are good enough to start playing well. And that includes Balogun and Weah. Josh Sargent, I'm a little iffy on Sargent. I don't know how I feel about him for sure.
Me too. Me too.
But I like Pepe. I think Pepe looks good.
Hotel Transylvania looking ass. Anyways, sorry.
Haji Wright is a nice, like, kind of different profile of striker in case you need that for that kind of game. They have a lot of options that are pretty competitive. So for that reason, I gotta put them number one. You just have so many options that work at least somewhat, if not really well. And Poch will make the best ones work well. I know that for a fact. So we're gonna see them be amazing. Now the question is, can you get the rest of the team firing and all that? We'll see. But like that attack, 100% is gonna be great, and it's number one. It has to be number one for those of us who aren't biased.
I miss Diego.
What?
Andres, what
the fuck?
It's because he's agreeing with me. Andres, I love you. I love doing videos with you.
No.
He's agreeing with me. It's a different validation.
No, I already gave my opinion. I rest my case. All right, no. No.
Bro was so hurt.
No shade. No,
it sounded like shade.
No, I didn't intend it to be shameful.
Oh, no, but it was.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're witnessing the downfall of the Get a Full podcast. It was a great 2 years, boys. It was a great 2 years. Andres, I love you. I'm just saying it's a different element when Diego's here. It is fun. And he's agreeing with me. This is great. Andres, you don't have any extra points for your Canada number one?
No, not
I mean, you
that.
gave it all. No shade. I wasn't trying to be mean.
No, confidence shaking now. I'm just not going to talk anymore. You know what?
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, it's cool, man. Just
no amount of Andres hating comments or anything or bias or anything has taken him down. But that one I missed Diego comment.
Yep. That one hurt. That one hurt right here. All right, that one hurt right here. No, just Tim Hortons and all that. They got Tim Hortons.
Let's start. If you guys have a really good best parts about Canada's history videos, leave a link in the description down below. We'll sign up some homework. Because the only thing he has is Tim Hortons. Give us some for trapping.
Hockey's great.
Nice.
Curling, they probably invented that because it also involves.
Don't think
ice.
they did.
Just
I have to look it up now.
Maple syrup.
Check.
Love that.
Maple syrup, exactly. Scotland. Whack. Interesting. But whatever. No, I get my opinions already. That really threw me off that comment. So I don't know what else to say.
There wasn't anything against
it's
you.
cool,
There
man.
wasn't
It's
anything
cool.
against you.
His reaction was hilarious.
No. No.
It's cool, man.
There wasn't anything against you.
Yeah. But yeah, just confidence shaking now. So you just know, Team Canada, you got my
kind of
support.
player.
I really am.
Yeah.
I really am. I'm very confidence dependent. Team Canada, just know I got your back as number one. Jonathan David, you're my boy. Alfonso Davis, you're my boy too. Literally, I don't know anyone else, but it's fine.
We do so good ball knowledge wise. Like we have good points.
I do. I just want to make the joke. I just want to make the joke.
Like who?
Anyways, I think that's all we're gonna have for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. Do you guys have anything else to say before I
if you guys want a midfield and a defense centered video ranking them, leave a like down below. And obviously, leave your ranking down below too. We're gonna react to all of them.
I really do hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, leave a like, comment down below, all the stuff. If you do agree, disagree, all that jazz. Canada, let me know. Send me a compilation of videos I gotta watch. Maybe a Wikipedia page too. I think that would help. But yeah, I think that's all from us.
To the Wikipedia page.
That's crazy.
What happens if there was like a specific thing I need to know about?
College, this guy.
No,
he's graduated
Hold
college.
on. What happens if there was like a specific thing I should know, and so they send me the link to it? You know what I mean? Like they have it. Like it's not just I type in Canada, look at
for you.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? Like give me the homework. I don't need to make my own homework. You know what I mean? Like why would I do that? I already graduated college. Why do I got to do homework again? You know what I mean? That's silly.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed all that stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.